Alan, I grew up in California, left it at an early age and went to New England for college and eventually to Columbia Business School in New York, and spent a couple of decades in New York, and woke up about 10 or 11 years ago and realized there's a better life than New York, and it was Charleston, South Carolina. Moved my family here, wife and 2 daughters, and all of my work has been involved for the last 30 years in highly unusual, high-end residential and resort projects all over the world. So I had the freedom to live wherever I wanted because my work was someplace else. Well, you always hope that your signature hits around the next corner, and it's not in the past, it's in the future. But one of the most unusual projects I was involved with years ago was a group of crazy Norwegian ship owners who said, you know, we should build an ocean liner full of condominiums, and it's going to sail all over the world, and you'll buy a home aboard and hop on and hop off when you want. And it was called Residency, the World of Residency. And these Norwegians owned cruise lines, and they needed an American who had real estate development experience. I came in, became the most senior American member of the team, and we envisioned this ocean liner, raised over $300 million to build it, and eventually sold it all out, and now it sails around the world. Well, to be honest, after about 30 years, I mostly know what not to do, as opposed to knowing what to do. Being in it that long brings you a kind of a perspective on it. You've seen the ups and the downs, and I think that the advice that I would have, particularly for entrepreneurs in real estate, is to allocate your resources very carefully. Not get swept up in building booms, not get swept up in easy lending, thinking it's going to last forever, but step back, have the perspective, realize there are cycles, and timing and good luck are everything. 3 of the things that I'm working on are really exciting. First is a soon-to-be-announced 4 Seasons resort down in Puerto Rico, which is a very, very exciting market, and you're going to hear more and more about Puerto Rico over the next few years. It's got a real aggressive tax environment that's attracting wealthy people from the Northeast and really all over the world who want the tax benefits, the infrastructure of the United States, and the Caribbean atmosphere. I'm working on a 400 square mile ranch out in Colorado that's the most cutting-edge conservation project in North America, called High Lonesome Ranch. And then I'm going down, working in the Bahamas on a small private island that we are taking a rustic fishing lodge and transforming it into a private island for about 70 families. All of the homes beachfront with a hotel, lodge, and waterfront amenities. The first thing you have to realize about so-called luxury real estate is that nobody needs it. It's a discretionary purchase. So it's not like you're providing lodging that you can say, okay, there are this many people moving to this place or this population growth. You're dealing with a very small fraction of the market at the very upper end. They have a lot of choices, and you have to be very attuned to what those changing preferences are and to the level of quality and service and design that that niche expects. So it keeps you on your feet, seeing what everyone else is doing in the world and trying to do one better. The first thing they're looking for is reliability, that it's not just a vague developer's vision who's using somebody else's money, but that there's a serious commitment that it's going to be built, it's going to happen, and it's going to be as good as you say it's going to be. Second thing they're looking for is maintenance free. They do not want to be worried about building a house and designing a house and maintaining it. They want it to be all taken care of. And the final thing they're looking for is a very high level of service so that when they go there, they don't have to do anything, worry about anything, and they can actually enjoy themselves, which is the whole point of it. You asked about Charleston and its future in luxury real estate. I think it's one of the most exciting markets, urban resort markets in the United States. Over 1,000 hotel rooms coming in, condominiums being built. I think the challenge, however, is going to be to develop it responsibly and keep what makes it so very special. I think, to be honest, what I'm proud about of most is having survived, even prospered by myself in a very competitive, sometimes tough business, and still emerging a human being at the other end.